Michael, how you doing? I got your ad up here, and I've got your banner up here. Okay, so let's start with the ad since that makes sense, since that's where we started. So let's look at the ad. Now, my concern with the ad was this railing right here. And one of the things that I recommend doing is either, you've got your choice. You can either change the image or work with the railing. You elected to stay with the image, but you're not working with the railing. And I've got a couple of suggestions of how we can really diminish the really heavy presence of that railing right there. And one of the things that railing is doing is it's kind of splitting the page, so it almost looks like it could be two different pages. So we're going to do something about that. But as far as the image itself goes, I want to work my way real close in here, and we can clearly see that, and this is not the best quality image that you could find. The cups, the coffee cups are blurry. The orange juice in the cups, you can clearly see that they're very much out of focus, as is those croissants or those breads in that basket right there. Really super easy to see once you zoom in. So that's more of a concern than the image itself. The image can be worked with, the quality really can't. So sorry about that. So let's take a look at how we can rectify this. So right now, you've got this heavy line right here dissecting about a third of the way down in the ad. And what we need to do is reduce the presence of that line. And in order to do so, we're going to pull this body copy down and this subhead down. Typically, I don't like to separate a subhead from a headline, but in this case I think we're going to need to. Let's do this. Elegance with relaxation. All right, we're going to take this text box here and we're going to move it down. First of all, let me pull my guides out here, show you what I'm talking about. I'm going to pull a guide right there to that E, and you can see that's your alignment. So that text box should be aligned right there, as should that subhead. What I want you to do then is take the sub, pull it in to the left, to the right, align it to the E, then take that whole thing, move it down so it starts right about here. That way the weight of the subhead is going to take away from all that notice of the railing. And then the body copy will come down and you'll start to see the body copy right around here. Okay, at that point, of course, you'll have to move the headline down so it's in closer proximity to the subhead and the body copy. And then you'll take the logo right there. And what I would recommend is moving that logo. Okay, we're going to do this. Let's take your address bar and move it over here to this side. Okay, and then move the logo down right over here. Okay, and I think that's really, you might have to change the color or work with the text a little bit. Right now I think it's good size. It's not too big or too small. I just noticed your left alignment here is really strange. Let me grab that guide, show you what I mean. If I move that guide here and I put it right there by your eye, you can see you've got some really weird alignment there. Some things, the W in width is not in alignment. Neither is the at Amethyst Bay in the last line. So check that. You'll probably have to reset that paragraph. Okay, so that's it. Logo down to the right, address to the left. Move the text blocks into the right, move it down in the composition, move the headline down in the composition as well, and also just be aware of the quality of that background image. Let's jump to the ad, and we can see that the continuation is good. There's a good cohesive flow, and it's caused by the fact that you've used the main focal point of the image in your banner. That was smart. Very smart. The problem I'm having is that if you look at the shape of this cup here, this glass here, it's completely different than the shape of this glass here, indicating that this image in the banner has been altered. Probably it's been reduced in scale on the horizontal axis, but not the vertical. In other words, when you took the top of this, you pushed it down and you didn't constrain the other proportion. So therefore you have short, fat glasses because you've squished the image from the top to the bottom. Okay, that is a critical error. We cannot have that happen in digital imaging. If you're going to resize anything in Photoshop, you take the corner with your cursor, hold your shift key down, and then when you drag it, it'll constrain the original proportion, so you don't have to worry about this distortion caused by sizing one one value in X and not Y values. Okay. As far as the rest of the, you've got a different logo here. I recommend using the same logo in your image and your banner. That'll draw some further consistency. Excuse me. And other than that, I think that this type right here is a little bit overdone. I think it's a little overpowering in the ad. And I think that bevel and emboss can really get reduced back. You can eliminate it if you want. I know it's part of the recommendation, or the requirements, but I think that I would say that in this case, it would be better if you didn't have those Photoshop type of effects. I think it would draw a closer consistency with the headline in the magazine ad. Okay, final comment. Again, watch your alignment. See that elegance and relaxation? That's setting up your right margin, so that should be pulled in. Since that's centered, presumably it's setting up your right and left margins. Your right margin would end at the N, and that's where your right column margin of your address would end. Okay, other than that, looking awesome. Images look great. Placement looks good. Very good work. Let me know if you have any questions or comments. Thank you.